This episode is brought to you by Fandango. People say fans are too distracted these days, but the truth is, when a great movie hits the screen, you show up. You stay glued, invested, part of the story. And without fans like you, there'd be no cinema magic, no shared moments. So head to Fandango.com to get tickets, stream, or rent or buy top movies and series. Fandango loves fans.
Protein is now at Starbucks, and it's never tasted so good. You can add protein cold foam to your favorite drink or try one of our new protein lattes or matcha. Try it today at Starbucks.
It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. That's right, we've done all the work for you. All you have to do is press play and listen. My name is Justin. Hello. Hopefully you are here because you've subscribed to the show and you're into what we're doing here. If not, you've randomly stumbled onto this episode, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate having you on board. What we normally do is we have a conversation about an artist, and then we come together and create a top 10 starter kit list for you to get into that artist as well. It's great conversations. It's fun times. But today we're doing Earworm Wednesday. I'm doing it really much later in the day than I normally would. But it's for good reason, and the earworms are all kind of tied to the reason. So for starters, the song that is in my head, I'm not going to lie, is my own. My band Undercutters, we released our first true single, Psych Out, off the upcoming EP, as of yet untitled. There's a bunch of ideas that we're kicking around, but it's official. It's out there, and that was kind of my morning. You know, I normally would do it the night before, but I did not this time. Again, due to various illnesses going around the house, mostly just pollen, and itchy eyes. And I think my wife is actually like sick, but the kid and I both are just dealing with severe allergies right now. But so that was my last night. That was this morning, getting the song out into the world. I've submitted it. I was trying to wait out. I submitted it to DistroKid. I was trying to wait that out so I could link it here. I can always just link it in the future, but it is up on Bandcamp, and it is a song that is essentially a basketball reference. So if you like the movie Basketball, then have at it. But the twist is really the lyrics, while they are basketball references, is I'm just going to miss the shot anyway. You really don't have to try to psych me out. So, it's basketball. It's written about basketball using the movie Basketball, but it's using me as the person taking the shot. I found that this band has been really great for me to write about myself in a way that I'd never had before, because in previous bands I'd written quote unquote more serious, and not that I can't be serious, but especially at this point in my life, there's the me that most people know is kind of the guy that is singing about basketball. So to me that makes sense. And when the EP comes out, there are, quote unquote serious moments, and it is a lot about, my own self-doubt and who doesn't write about, how they're not good enough. It's a lot of that, but I found a way to write about it that makes me, I don't know, it fits me better than the mopey guy that was writing stale songs 20 years ago. Not longer than 20 years ago, probably at this point. But anyway, so yes, Psych Out is definitely my number one. Yeah, it's in my head. And as I mentioned, I got two other songs I'm going to mention here today. that are kind of roped into it because we didn't know that it was going to be ready today. So like I've been trying to learn songs to possibly kick into the set list, and or I oftentimes like to learn a song that I really like just to see if it changes how I perform or see if it knocks something loose in my writing. So I went back to the good old Violent Soho well, and I was listening to Jesus Loves My Girlfriend, or Jesus Stole My Girlfriend, I guess because Jesus does love my girlfriend. And I found out that it was much easier to play than I thought it was going to be. I have to put a mic in front of me and see if I can perform it the way they do, but we'll get there in time. Maybe, possibly, probably not. Who knows? But I love this song in its simplicity and the loud guitars. And it came about a time in my life when I thought that the 90s was done. And a friend gave me that disc and said, "Hey man, maybe you'll like this." And I ended up loving it. It was at Papa John's, actually, when I was working at Papa John's. And I was like, "Hey man, can I like hold on to this for a little longer?" And, I ended up not following them. And if you've listened to the episode, kind of my history with Violent Soho. But that first record just really does it for me. That song specifically really does it for me. And it takes me to a place in time while also rocks and also feels sound-wise very current for me, like how I want to sound. So Violent Soho, Jesus Stole My Girlfriend really does a lot for me. And again, trying to find a song that I could cover, that I can sing and play and would fit into our set list. I stayed with Australia and I started learning Tired Lions' See Ya Later. Not my favorite Tired Lion song, not even my favorite on that record, but I feel like if I sped that up and made it a little bit louder, it would very well fit into what Undercutters does. But I love See Ya Later. I really do. Diet Sick would be my pick off of that record, or Breakfast for Pathetics, either or kind of like 1A and 1B, I think. But See Ya Later is simpler, and not that I'm afraid to play more complicated things, but Undercutters aren't a very complicated band, and I like that. And I would much rather find easy things that I can make heavy or grimy than something that's complicated that's going to show my quote-unquote skill. So I dug in on Tired Lions. So Tired Lions, See Ya Later is our third track for the week. Next week, Joe sent me a song that I want to dig in on more because it was very interesting the way it... Hold on. I'll bring up the name of it. Beartooth, the name of the song is Free. And it's interesting because it is... I want to say it feels like three different things that I don't like, that I just don't like. And if the song had only one of those things that I didn't like, I would fixate on the one thing and tune it out. For some reason, the three things that I don't like come together in a way that I enjoyed. I mean, I'll start with the way the guy sings would be an immediate turnoff 9 times out of 10. And it just really meshed well with what he was doing. What come to find out, Joe tells me it's one guy, which...
Refreshing wild cherry cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
Spring Fest is happening now at Lowe's. Keep the spotlight on your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch, 5 bags for $10. Plus, when you want more help indoors, get up to 40% off select major appliances that help you supercharge your chores. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid to 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Tells me that, yeah, like I kind of nailed exactly what's going on here. He's doing 3 different things and it ends up coming together really nicely. But then Joe says that he hires a band to tour with him. And that seems to be the way a lot of people do things nowadays. I bet you that's a good show. I bet you anything that's a good show. So Beartooth Free is our 4th and final song for this week. All right. With that, we will, what is today? Wednesday? Yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow for our regular episode. Bye.